When my fiancée and I were being eaten by lions, all we could talk about were the tablecloths at the reception. "Let's just go with white," she said. "It's simple and classic." "They had blue ones in the brochure," I pointed out. "They really go with the rest of the room." "White's more traditional," she insisted. I felt her arm on my shoulder, and realising it was detached, used it to poke my attacker in the eye. "We could have half blue, half white," I suggested. "Mum's never been fond of blue," she said. A claw punctured my lung. "OK," I gasped. "White it is." Just then I managed to draw my pistol and shoot the beast dead. We were soon back home, getting bandaged up and finishing off the invitations. Hi, it's nice to be back. This is called string. I went around the neighbourhood collecting bits of string. I tied them together until I had a long enough piece and attached a tin can to either end. I gave one to my brother, who was travelling to India for a year. When he arrived, the string just reached, and our voices travelled sharp and clear across the continents. He said he'd forgotten his reading glasses, so I hung them on the string, raised my arm, and they slid down the line. He gave us packets of incense, sweets, and a teapot in the shape of a Taj Mahal. We sometimes got interference when birds perched on the line or people walked into it. Once a knot came undone in the middle and I had to walk halfway across Europe to fix it. Time for a commercial break. Do you keep losing your place in books? Do you want a simple way to find that recipe, the next chapter in a novel, or key quotations from an essay? Try our new, easy-to-use, revolutionary, patented page numbering system. Simply add one of our durable, quick-to-apply numbers to each page of your book and find any page in seconds. Our universal system can be used with any book. Get started today with our special offer, 3 sets for the price of 1. Each set numbers up to 500 pages. Don't lose any more of your precious reading time. Place your order today. Not compatible with scrolls, stone tablets or other reading materials. Apply numbers to a clean, text-free area of each page. Incomplete or non-consecutive numbering will cause the system to develop bugs or malfunction. Please allow 28 days for delivery. And if you're enjoying this stuff, I have a couple of books available. This pamphlet, Feeding the Spacemen. And if you want to write poetry yourself, this is a guide to writing a poem a day for 30 days. It's not as difficult as it sounds. There's poems in here, prompts, advice to get you started writing and keep you going. This one is £6 and this is £4, or you can get them both for £7. And I should read something from them. So it's about my favourite form of transport, bicycle. Hi-oh, silver, my sleek metallic beauty, faithful Rocinante. Murder going uphill, red rum coming down, hurtling into the wind, I hear Pegasus' wings unfold. And a title poem from this one, Feeding the Spacemen. I like to feed the spacemen, swimming in the sky. They smile as they dive for the morsels I throw. There's more and more of them these days, with their gadgets, building strange structures. They're larger than they used to be, and they're running out of space. I've got a couple more. This is called Leaky Spoon. I had a leaky spoon. I called the plumber. "Plumber, help me. I have a leaky spoon." He came and drained it with a hose pipe. "I can't fix it now," he said. "I'll have to get some parts and do it next week." I looked at the spoon, still dripping on the tablecloth. He put a saucer underneath. "Hold it there until it stops," he said. He saw himself out, and I waited. Four hours later, the dripping finally stopped, and I ate the rest of my cold turnip soup with a fork. Thank you for listening to this. I'm Patrick Widdess. You can find me at patrickwiddess.co.uk. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, or just follow me if you've got nothing better to do. I'm going to finish with a poem which people tend to either like or hate. So I've been doing open mic poetry for a while, so I'll leave you with some advice. Don't take it personally. Welcome to the open mic. Step up if you dare. If you have a poem, don't be afraid to share. The audience aren't as vicious as they first appear. I promise you they'll clap, some might even cheer. There's no audition for being a poet. You've already passed the test. You've got the poem written, so come up and do your best. Don't be rude or hurtful, or ramble for too long. Otherwise, rest assured that you can't go far wrong. I tell a lie. There's one more thing that will not be condoned. Don't read your poems off your bloody phone. They make me cringe and fill with rage. These poets who are neither stage nor page. I start to fume, I want to scream as they squint at their small screens. Instead of standing, tall and proud, orating to a spellbound crowd, they're all hunched up, looking vexed, as if composing a lengthy text, rushing to the finish before the battery dies, or the screen goes blank before their very eyes. Poets of the past will be turning in their graves at the way that modern bards perform their work these days. Dylan Thomas wouldn't go gentle into pixels black and white. Allen Ginsberg would have howled at the very sight. Jack Kerouac would have run a long way down the road at the thought of poetry being turned to strings of codes. Martin Luther never saw this in his wildest dreams. John Lennon couldn't imagine poems on tiny screens. Honour your forefathers, put some pride into your craft. Use a pen and paper from the first to final draft. Remember you're a poet. Can't you see it looks absurd? Phones are meant for talking, not for spoken words. Put your poems on paper, in a notebook look the part, or better still, don't read at all and learn them off by heart. Heed this one commandment, set it down in stone. Don't read your poems off your bloody phone.